Hi guys, and welcome to another fragrance related video. In today's video we've got two different new fragrances that I got in the postal services. It was really quick how they got me these fragrances. And they also sent me a little sample of a third fragrance, which was nice, so maybe I'll talk about that one also. Let's see. But first up, I'm gonna show you guys what we're dealing with today. So first off, we've got MAISON Alhambra Amber and Leather. This is a clone for Tom Ford's Ombre Leather, and I've been so into like trying leather fragrances lately, and I was so excited to get to try this because I've been kind of wanting a more wearable leather. I have one leather fragrance that is Afnan Supremacy Incense, but it is so herbalicious and it's so like beastly that I wanted something more wearable. And I heard that ombre leather as a DNA is so much more wearable, so I wanted to try this dupe out because I'm kind of picky about leather. So I was like, I'm not gonna spend on Tom Ford yet if I don't know that I'm gonna like it, you know. So that, and then we've got something new, okay? I haven't seen anyone talk about this brand. So this is HUNAIDI Juicy Lips. And HUNAIDI or ALHAMBRA is a really new brand. I'm not sure if they are just HUNAIDI or ALHAMBRA. I've seen two different ways of writing their company name, but I was excited to try their fragrances when I saw that my store was starting to bring them. They are from Arab Emirates, so I'm thinking like it's gonna be great. I've actually tested both of these fragrances in before this video because I feel like it's way more better to give you guys my opinion after I've tried them because then I can talk about the longevity and things like that. When I do only unboxings, I can't really talk about longevity or anything, so that's why I've tried both of these. I've tested them out yesterday and now I'm talking about them. So yeah, this is HUNAIDI Juicy Lips, and this one seemed so interesting that I had to pull the trigger on it. I was so excited. It has raspberry, peach, plum, amazing, okay? And the raspberry is a base note, which is so cool. I usually see it only in top notes, and I've been kind of wanting something deeper. So I was like, oh my god, it has raspberry in the base notes, which probably means that it's gonna be more focal point of the fragrance. So I was like, okay, yeah, definitely wanna try that. This also has geranium, white florals, and it has labdanum and leather also. So I've been on a leather kick, don't ask me. So these two both have leather in them, and I tried them yesterday. But I'm gonna talk to you guys about this ALHAMBRA fragrance first. HUNAIDI is a new brand. I think that they were formed during 2022, if I'm not correct. Might be, I don't know, but pretty new. I'm just gonna open this up and show you guys the bottle. So yeah, this is the bottle for Juicy Lips. It has this kind of a interesting grenade type of cap. It reminds me a little bit the bottle of Cacharel Amor Amor. I don't know if that's kind of like what it's meant to look like. I don't know, but that's immediately what I thought when I saw this bottle. This is a 80 ml bottle, so it's not 100 mils, which is kind of sad. I paid 35 euros for this fragrance, and it is so pretty, you guys. I'm just gonna spray it in the box because I want to wear the Tom Ford today. But yeah, let's see. Yes, it is amazing. It is a heavy raspberry plum fragrance, okay? So right off the bat, you get like this really dark and sensuous raspberry with some spiciness that I don't know where that comes from. Maybe from geranium, because this has geranium, so maybe that's giving it kind of a spicier quality. And it is almost lipsticky. it is almost like a really sweet, dense, lipsticky smell, okay? So the plum and the raspberry are really dark and juicy in this one. The name is really good for this. It is kind of dark and seductive and very feminine, okay? It's actually nothing like I've ever smelled before. It has a very distinct magnolia note. So it's kind of what I'm getting right off the bat is like magnolia, raspberry and plum, okay? And very juicy, very dark plum, okay? And it smells like very kind of almost raspberry jam like. So it's not this kind of a fleeting raspberry, no, it's like a really dense raspberry that feels almost kind of jammy. So I think that this one is a very sexy scent. It is definitely more of a nighttime type of scent. I think it's quite vampy actually. Vampy and sexy, but still kind of playful because of that like plum and raspberry there. It's really fruity, okay? So this is a fruity fragrance. You like fruitiness, you're gonna love this. It is slightly synthetic smelling, okay? So the kind of notes in here give off a little bit of a synthetic vibe in my opinion. It is quite dense and it is quite long lasting from what I've tried. I tried this yesterday and I got something along 6 to 8 hours on longevity. It is a very linear fragrance. It stays the same all throughout. It is very sexy, very girly, and definitely if you're a raspberry and plum lover, like this is gonna be your best bet. This is honestly so amazing. I love the fact that the raspberry stays throughout the fragrance. It is strong, it is going off, it's a bomb, okay? And when you kind of like put it on, you get this kind of a really sexy raspberry feminine scent. And it is so mouth-watering, okay, so sexy. And then you get these kind of white florals and pink florals, like especially the magnolia. You get so much magnolia in the background. And this is actually a pretty strong fragrance, okay? So if you don't like strong fragrances, maybe like steer clear. This is a kind of beastly fragrance, okay? It has a lot of projection. It is dense, as I said, very sweet, okay? Tooth-achingly sweet. So maybe think about that if you are wanting to get this one. I really like it. I think it's vampy, I think it's sexy, and for a first HUNAIDI fragrance that I got really interested in the brand, okay? If their other fragrances are half as good as this one, like I would be so excited. They're in the kind of like middle bracket of price range. I think most of their fragrances are 35 to 50 euros. So that's kind of the bracket where you find these fragrances. So yeah. What I'd give this one right now, I think I'd give this 9 out of 10. I really like it, okay? I think I'm gonna get so much wear out of this. This is definitely more of a winter and autumn time fragrance because of the strength and the jamminess of it. It is definitely more of a cold weather fragrance, but I'm excited, okay? So yeah, if you like that raspberry plum goodness and you really like fruity smells, like go for this one. This is nice, okay? And it is way nicer than the bottle. I don't think the bottle is very classic. I think it's a little tacky, but the fragrance itself is really pretty, okay? And I really like that magnolia there. It is very different from anything I've ever smelled before. And I think that it's a good quality fragrance. So yeah, that's HUNAIDI Juicy Lips, okay? And then next up, the fragrance that I want to wear today. Oh my god, I'm smelling that HUNAIDI everywhere. It is so dense. It kind of like takes over the whole place. But yeah, so next up, Amber and Leather. So this is also for my male viewers. This is a unisex scent. Many people say it leans masculine, okay? So it's a dupe for ombre leather. Let's see what it looks like. So here's the bottle. The bottle is okay, it's not anything like amazing. It looks like Tom Ford bottles a little bit. It just has this kind of leather strip here that says amber leather, and then they have the logo of MAISON Alhambra there, and otherwise it's just a black bottle, okay? So very reminiscent of Tom Ford actually. So this fragrance, people say it smells like black leather jacket. Like if you take out a black leather jacket, it is kind of like photorealistic black leather, okay? So new leather jacket, it smells like that, okay? But it has some nuances which I like. I've tried this, okay? So I know it has patchouli, leather, cardamom, musk, oak moss, and what else? I'm getting some amber and fruity notes, okay? So when I put this on, and jasmine, okay, yeah, I almost forgot the jasmine, and that's actually one of the parts of this one that I like. So I'm just gonna spray this to kind of remind myself a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, right off the bat you get a very photorealistic leather, black leather. That's the first thing that you're gonna be hit with. It's not alcoholic in my opinion at all. I think it's very kind of like very, very typical leather, okay? But soft, okay, it's soft black leather, but not suede, actual leather in my opinion. And then as it deepens down a little bit, you're starting to get that amber and you get some fruit. I don't know, I feel like there's fruitiness in this, like some sweetness of fruit I'm getting, but maybe that's just what the jasmine is doing. But it's really nice in the top notes, I think, because it kind of gives this a more sweet and more rounded leather type of fragrance. It's not harsh, in my opinion. I love the top notes first. When I spray this on, like, I wish it lasted all the time. Like, I wish that fruitiness lasted all throughout the fragrance, but that is not how it goes, okay? So the first hour you get that kind of fruitiness, okay, in there, just a little bit. It's nothing too much. It's actually quite dry. This is way more masculine than other fragrances I've shown you lately. This is definitely unisex, masculine leaning. But yeah, I get that kind of amberiness, some fruit, and I actually get that jasmine in there, but that jasmine is only giving it kind of a new facet, okay, just a tiny bit of a floral facet. It's not distinct in any way, it just gives like sweetness and a little bit of something else, balancing that dry leather note out, okay. The projection of this one I find moderate, okay, so I like that. I like the fact that it's not overpowering leather. I feel like it's very sexy. I like the start, as I said, the most. It is a little bit sweet, a little fruity. Then when this dries down, because I tried this, okay, the kind of more ambery, jasmine-y notes kind of take a backseat, okay? And what you get is a patchouli and oak moss and leather, okay? So it goes way drier, way darker, and way more that typical leather note, okay, by itself. That leather kind of shines at 3 to 4 hour mark, and the kind of jasmineiness and fruitiness is almost gone at that point, okay. The amberiness, however, lasts throughout the fragrance, which is nice in my opinion. It kind of gives this a more softer way of smelling, okay? So I don't think it's too harsh. I've seen some people say this is a harsh leather scent. I do not agree at all. I think it's very soft, okay? It does smell of like actual black leather, like black leather jacket, but it's way more nuanced in my opinion. I feel like there's that amber nuance, there's jasmine nuance, There are some like patchouli and oak moss nuances there, which give it a little bit more deepness. Some people say it smells like tobacco ashes. Again, I don't agree on that. I don't think so. I think it just smells like black leather and jasmine and some fruit, okay? And there's amber in the background, but the only thing that the amber is kind of doing is warming it up a bit, because otherwise the black leather note would be kind of harsh, kind of cold. So what the amber is doing is giving it almost a suede feel, but this is not like suede sweet, okay? Because I'm very particular about leather and I love suede note, but this is not reaching that suediness enough. I wish it was more suede, and I think that the Tuscan leather might be more suede than this one. But that's a personal preference of mine, liking suede over black leather. But this is, if you need to know, this is more of a black leather than suede fragrance. But what I love about this one, now comes the fact that why I like it. It is such a, in my opinion, basic linear fragrance that it is kind of versatile. Women can wear it, men can wear it, and it's also great for layering, okay? I find that this might actually work this DNA greatly with ambers, with my woodier scents, and with my fruity scents. And I think that whenever I would be layering those, I'd get a whole new fragrance that still smells really nice, okay? So I'm really feeling like this is a stable leather fragrance. I feel like the DNA is perfect in it, that it is so universal. Easy to layer, easy to kind of mold, easy to wear for everyone, okay? And I really especially love the moderate projection of this one, because you radiate about arm length basically with this one, and it is not a super long lasting one. This lasts on me about 6 hours, and after that it is such a skin scent that you can kind of pick it up, but you need to be really close in order to smell it, okay? So I feel like this is a good thing, okay? Because some leather fragrances are so harsh, so so long lasting, so dense that they kind of eat everything else up. And me, I want to layer this with other fragrances, and that's why I bought it. So for me, that 6 hour mark and that fact that I can like layer it easily and it's not super beastly is actually better. Okay, so what I'm finding with this one is that I love the versatility of it, okay? And definitely, even though I'm describing this as a sweet scent, do not be afraid, it is not super sweet. I'm just saying that there is a sweet accord there that is making the leather more palatable for more people, okay? But don't make a mistake. The main player here is the black leather, and it is a sexy black leather. It is a masculine black leather. It is, again, with that cardamom. Those two are the main notes that you get. Cardamom and black leather, okay? And everything else is just giving it a nuance, a different accord, a little bit of depth and interest, okay? So definitely I'm finding this really good, okay? I'm giving this 10 out of 10. Absolutely love it. I feel like if it had suede note instead of black leather, it would be even better. But it is, again, personal preference. But if I look at this objectively, I think that this is a 10 out of 10 fragrance. And for the 25 euros that I paid for this 100 milliliter bottle, you can't really go wrong, okay? If you get this for 25 or 30 and under, it is definitely something that you should consider if you want something really versatile and kind of like the best DNA of leather, okay? That's just me saying it. This is absolutely becoming one of my favorites. I can't wait to layer this with other things. I'm layering today. I'm gonna try a couple of things with this. I'm so excited for that. It definitely makes me feel a certain kind of way This makes me feel absolutely like a sexy bitch, a gothic lady. It's giving that darkness that everybody who is into gothic things loves, okay? I absolutely love that darkness and denseness that this gives me. And I think that it's a very playful DNA. I'm loving the DNA. It is perfect, okay? It is elevating that leather note because it's so easy to go astray with leather, but this one does it perfectly and gorgeously, okay? I'm really liking this. So that's kind of my review on amber and leather. But be aware of the kind of like longevity issues, that it's only gonna project about that 5 to 6 hours. If you want something more beastly, may I suggest Afghan Supremacy Incense. That one is 24 hours banger leather fragrance, okay? But if you want something a little more wearable, a little more moderate, then definitely check out MAISON Alhambra's amber and leather, okay? So yeah, that's my video today. I hope you guys like this video. I'm not gonna buy any fragrances for a while because I've bought a lot lately, so there might be a fewer videos on new fragrances, but I think that I'm gonna make some collection videos soon, so to show you guys my collection, and keep an eye out for those, okay? And without further ado, like this video, maybe subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I make fragrance videos all the time and I really enjoy doing it, and I hope you stay with me for the journey. But yeah, I see you guys in my next video. Bye.